Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Alabama Crimson Tide show. We are calling it the Basic Easy Alabama Crimson Tide. This is episode 1. Today we're going to recap the grit your teeth narrow margin of victory win over the Arkansas Razorbacks. It was a hard-fought. Both sides showed up. Arkansas showed up late. Alabama let them show up, which is not usually what they do. And it was 24-21 Crimson Tide. Now, Milroe finished 10 of 21 for 238 with 2 touchdowns to no interceptions. McClellan was your leading rusher with 16 carries for 83 yards. And Prentice was your leading receiver with 2 receptions for 93 yards, averaging 46 yards a catch with 1 touchdown, and the Alabama defense showed up with 4 sacks. KJ Jefferson, which we knew was going to be a threat considering the defense held him tight altogether, especially with his legs and his feet. He got 26 yards on 14 carries. That's pretty good for the defense. That defense got 4 sacks on Jefferson, which is what I like. And I'll tell you what, they held the leading receiver for Arkansas. That Alabama defense held the leading receiver for Arkansas to 44 yards. That's insane. The leading rushers were Jefferson and Dubinion. They both had 14 carries, and they both had 26 yards on the 14 carries. That is a low average, and that is the kind of defense that we usually expect from Alabama. Is Alabama finally starting to turn a corner and be the Alabama of old that we all expected them to be at the beginning of the year? I don't know. But what I do know, I will tell you, son, watch out. Watch out, because the way Georgia has been playing, the way that Georgia is, this Alabama team could beat Georgia. And if someone were to get Bama, like Tennessee, which we will talk about later in the week, then Bama's out of the playoffs. And if Bama gets Georgia, we could finally see a playoff with no SEC team. Do I want to see that happen? Only half. Because I want Ohio State to get in, and I want another crack at Georgia. Because at this rate, I do think Georgia gets in. I do think Georgia makes it. I do think Georgia can make it. I think Georgia is still a threat, even though they're basically sleepwalking. And we'll leave it at that, because we'll save that for our Georgia show if we ever make one. But I like what I've seen this week out of Bama. I think they're starting to turn the corner and be the Alabama of old. I think a lot of fans are happy what we're seeing out of Bama. I think Texas was just a blip in the radar. They were having the same struggles Ohio State was having. Everybody is starting to mesh together. And we're starting to get breakout performances from people like his name escapes me, number 3 on Alabama. Y'all are going to chew me up in the comments later. But I think we still got the same style of defense they've always had under Saban. And we're starting to see a little bit out of the offense. Milroe is taking chances. He is making the right reads. Tommy Reese as the OC is finally starting to turn into something. It looks like it could be successful and be positive for Bama in that sense. Bama is still a threat. As long as they have Nick Saban, Bama is a threat. And there is definitely a possibility that Bama climbs all the way back into the playoff. Now, you may think, well, Buckeye Mike, you're crazy because Bama's at number 11. Well, if anybody remembers 2014 when Ohio State made the first playoff as the 4 seed, well, they had an early loss, like Bama had an early loss, and they won all the rest of their games, and they even started from a lower spot than Bama has been starting from, because Bama only dropped to 11 or 12. Ohio State plummeted all the way to 14, and that's insane. I like the way the offense is looking. The offense is headed in the right direction. The defense looks outstanding. And I think we will pleasantly be surprised at the way the season goes. And I do think someone can still get Bama. Texas created the blueprint of how you beat this Bama team. I think someone can still get them. Tennessee's still a threat, which, like I said, we'll go more in depth on later in the week. But I just wanted to hop on here and kind of go over some things about this game. I'm just jabbing at this point. I want to try to make all the videos about 10 minutes long at least, but sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Thank you so much for listening to me babble on. I appreciate everyone hearing me out, listening to my thoughts. And recently looked at the stats. 88% of you, about 88, I think it's dropped a little bit now. 88% of you listeners are not subscribed. We just hit 172 subscribers, and we are at about 35 subs over on Shady Sports, away from 1K subs. So, with that said, subscribe to both channels. Pay attention over here at Buckeye Mike. I'm going to use the community tab more to keep you guys updated. Going to try to make a legitimate schedule of when things will come out, when things will happen. We got basketball season around the corner. This year we're taking it serious, unlike we did last year on Young Guns. I take responsibility for that, if you're listening, boys. It was half of a shtick, and I just let it get to me. We will see you in the next one. Hopefully, it won't be as bad. Shouldn't be as bad. We got a few more coming out today, between today and tomorrow. See you in the next one. Everybody have a good day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Plus, guess what? It builds morale, like one of our good buddies say. See you.